Okay, guys, it's 2-minute drill time. Brandon Brooks, Philadelphia Eagles guard, has torn his other Achilles this time around. Ben, how big a blow is this to the Eagles' chances this year?
It's hard not to feel bad for Brooks, who by all accounts is a great guy, has dealt with injuries, and was awesome on the field last year, the highest graded guard in the NFL. But I think the bigger thing for Philadelphia is what they've done at wide receiver, bringing in Jalen Reagor, getting Deshaun Jackson back, hopefully. I think those sort of outweigh the loss of Brooks, and that offense can still be better in 2020 than it was in 2019.
Yeah, it's tough because they have nowhere to go but up, because you just get a receiver on the field that can run downfield in under 5 seconds, and that's a massive plus for them. Brooks is one of the few offensive linemen that cracks the top 20 in PFF wins above replacement. He was just a shade behind Quentin Nelson, the most valuable guard in the league last year. And when you look at Carson Wentz, injuries are the big question. I think this matters more than just about any guard being out in the entire league. That being said, it's still a guard, and the passing game can get better. So it hurts more than I initially thought it would. And also, of course, yes, I feel bad for Brandon Brooks. It's terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, tearing one Achilles is bad enough. Tearing the other one shortly after is just brutal. But the guy had a career year after he came back from the first one, so hopefully he'll come back as good as ever. Ultimately, I think how much it hurts comes down to how good his replacement is. It's, losing arguably the best guard in football is a big blow, but the offensive line is about how bad your weakest link is. So it's really how well a guy like Jack Driscoll, their rookie, is going to come in and play. If he can come in there and give them even guard play that ranks, with a grade in the 60s, they'll be okay. If he can't, if they start getting disastrous guard play, then it could be a problem.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they do go after someone like Larry Warford, who's still available. But switching over to the defensive side of things, if you had to pick one player in the NFL right now to start a defense around, who would it be, George?
I'm so glad I get to go first here, because my guy, I'm going to get him. It's Derwin James. Look, I wanted this guy so badly for my 49ers, and I love Mike McGlinchey, but I still have an issue going back and thinking about that. Derwin James is the ultimate chess piece in today's NFL. He can cover anywhere. He can stop the tight end like they don't even exist. And he's probably the best pass rusher on your team as well. I'll throw a stat out here that I found insane. Against tight ends last year, opposing QBs had a passer rating of 21. The NFL average is 105. He allowed just 40% of those passes completed. It is ridiculous how much of an advantage he has over the guys he's covering. I know I love the cornerback position, but I feel way more confident in Derwin James' ability to continually be great, pending, of course, I can get him on the field.
Yeah, I mean, Derwin James is a potential tight end eraser, but give me the wide receiver eraser. I'll take Stephon Gilmore every single day. He's as close as the current NFL has to being a true shutdown corner. Over the last 2 years, that guy's allowed less than 50% of passes thrown his way to be caught, 47.9%. He's by far the best quarterback in the NFL in single coverage situations. That's the guy you start the defense with.
I do think Gilmore is the best cornerback in the NFL right now, but if we're factoring in age, I'm going to go with Tre'Davious White. I know Bills Mafia thinks we hate White, but I don't. I think his man coverage, if you look back, his man coverage grade, I know the Bills don't run a lot of it, but he's up there at the top of the league. And he's limited production better than pretty much anyone else. Allowed a passer rating below 60 since he entered the NFL. I think that combination of age and talent is a good building block.
Yeah, 0 touchdowns allowed by Tre'Davious White. And don't say we hate on Tre'Davious White. Notice, no pass rushers taken. I thought that was interesting. All right, 2020 breakout coach will be who, Samuel?
I think it'll be Kevin Stefanski. I was looking throughout the coaches in the NFL. I think most of the ones we expect to be good will be the established names, the guys that have already been in jobs for a while. But Stefanski comes in to a situation in Cleveland that was good. I mean, the pieces are there for him to have success. It's just that everything was a mess last season. So just like providing some structure and some organization and a proven system to the pieces already in place in Cleveland, I think should have them immediately much better off than they were a year ago, which starts to put him in coach of the year conversations.
Yeah, when I was looking, I was thinking between Stefanski and the guy I'm going to go with is Brian Flores. For a couple reasons. He got a couple wins out of that Dolphins team at the end of last year. which is incredible. That Dolphins roster was terrible. People were saying, can Alabama beat the Dolphins early in the year? And I think the moves they made in free agency and the draft are going to be better. There's still some holes, obviously, but there's a chance they could make a little bit of noise in the AFC East. And if they do that, people are going to be pointing to Flores, I think, is a big reason why.
Yeah, their best move was shipping Tom Brady over to the other team in Florida. That was a great move by Brian Flores. Both of those guys were on my list. I was actually deciding between Flores and someone else. I was leaning Flores, but I'll let you have him, Ben. I am going to go with one you will never guess. You will never guess this guy. The breakout coach, not GM, will be Bill O'Brien, because he has made such a mess of the team by shipping out DeAndre Hopkins that he has lowered the expectations for himself, the coach, so dramatically that when they have a successful season and all they have to do is beat out the Titans with Ryan Tannehill and a 55-year-old Phillip Rivers, if the Texans win that division, it'll be Deshaun Watson and Bill O'Brien getting on the same page. I believe that they can do it. He'll go for fourth downs. He'll be aggressive. I think that offense can still be really explosive. I like to feel the older guys being born again here in 2020. It just feels right. I'm going with Bill O'Brien.
You want to get rid of me and get back to more great PFF YouTube content? All you have to do is push that button right there and subscribe. Thanks for watching.